coming up.
And then this guy like opens up this door and it's Taylor Swift's green room, and she's in there, Ed Sheeran's in there, this whole squad of like, what is happening?
Whoa.
Like the first time we had like big success as a band was when Logan Paul put us in some of his videos.
Yeah, I remember that.
We've had some conversations about like re-recording everything, putting it out maybe under a different name.
Why didn't we?
Yeah, why can't we? You know, I had a psychosis episode. I was like fully out of reality for a few days, and I like had to go to the ER there for like on a 12-hour hold, like tried to run out of there, security grabbed me, like it was scary.
His love life is talked about all over the internet. He was on Dancing with the Stars, despite not being able to dance. He once wrangled a kangaroo with his bare hands.
I did what?
He's your favorite reality TV fuckboy reformed. He can make a woman fall in love at first sight. He is Harry Jowsey, boyfriend material.
Well, welcome back, you naughty little pelicans. Welcome back to Boyfriend Material. I hope you're feeling amazing. Today, we have... where have we met? Where was the first time we met? Was at the club, right?
Yeah, I think it was at Hyde.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Wait, how do you say your last name?
Marais. Everyone gets their own. So
yeah, I was going to say it wrong. Okay, Jonah Marais here from Why Don't We? And why don't we hang out more?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
Let's get it. Let's do it. We got to hang out more.
No, we met at Hyde.
Oh, why didn't we?
Why
don't we hang out more?
Yeah, no, we were at Hyde. I remember that. Who was it? Who the fuck was it? Who's your best friend? What's his name?
Austin. Yeah.
I remember... I know I was fucked up, but I think I like scooped you guys. I was like, come to our table.
Yeah, you were like, up. And you just got up and was like, hey man, nice to meet you. It was so nice.
No, bro, then I randomly see you guys out. Like, you guys are always like on a mission. Like,
yeah. Well, we're a year sober now, both of us.
You are?
We're not out like the same.
Right, I'm sober as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I just do meth now.
Oh, sick.
No, yeah.
Nice.
You tried that one? No, I'm joking. No. It's good. What inspired that?
Oh, it was too much. I
was
just going out too much. It was unhealthy. And
yeah,
I think for a long time it was like celebrating and actually like a positive thing. And then when life actually got hard, I would say 2023 was like the hardest year of my life. Just like I was like depressed and not okay and didn't have music out yet or anything. I felt like I lost everything from the band era. And just like I turned to drinking a lot. So I literally woke up on my apartment, like bathroom floor. There was like blood. Like, whoa. I was like, I had fallen. I didn't really remember. And I was like, okay, this is it. I could die. Like, I gotta stop,
way.
You know? Yeah. So
it got that bad. It's
been over a year. Yeah.
Damn.
It was bad, dude.
What is it? I guess because you're celebrating. It's easy in LA.
Yeah,
and then you gotta because that's with my problem.
You know, it's like every single night. If you want to do something, like
there's something on. Yeah, and that was the hardest thing as well that I realized, and so what my therapist was telling me that like you don't notice it when it's good, and then it's like continues to be a habit, and then you make it worse to keep feeling that void of like, oh no, I should be feeling good or whatever else.
Yeah,
and then it becomes like, and I go, but it takes a while to take a step back and be like, oh wait, this is actually like this is a bad habit now.
I knew it was bad by the end for sure. It was like I needed to, but I needed that like one actual thing. Like that was like rock bottom.
What led up to that? Is it because of the band stuff, and it's probably a lot of pressure on you guys as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was touring since I was 16 years old, so like that was just like, you know, like weird way to grow up. And then
crazy,
being in a boy band with four friends or traveling the world, like when all of that all of a sudden went away, I realized that like I had a lot of my validation and my identity in the success of the band and like being this larger than life figure. And it felt like a lot of my kind of built-in community bubble had vanished and lost a lot of the money that I made in the band. Like it was just like quick money, but also quick spent as well. And it was just, you know, 18, 19-year-old kids running around.
Yeah, like, I can't imagine making money at that age because you just like, I wouldn't have any like value on it. It's just like, oh, I'm just going to get whatever I want. Like,
but also like, I felt like our management didn't give us the right tools that we should have. Like we made a lot of money, but also it was like, all right, now that you got this check, like come with me, you get to shop here now. And like, they were like encouraging us to spend as well. So it was like,
really?
Oh yeah, because then you spend it and you have to work for them more, you know. So like
child labor. That's good. Shout out to them. Wait,
it's a scam. No, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No,
I was thinking about joining a boy band, and I guess I won't do it now.
Yeah. What's it called?
Untalented tall people. Untalented tall people.
Untalented tall people.
It's gonna be.
I think it would be a hit.
Well, yeah, I don't know. We don't play any instruments or sing. We just kind of sit there and embarrass ourselves.
Okay.
Wait, you just wrapped up a 15-city headlining tour?
I did. Yeah, I went in September. So basically, what I'm talking about is like that was 2023. It kind of got bad, and then 2024 was kind of my rebuild year.
Yeah.
I got a manager. She's amazing.
That doesn't make you spend money?
No. She's incredible.
Boring.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out Sherry. She's great.
Shout out Sherry. We love her.
And then, we got some music out there. I got to work with kind of a childhood hero of mine, Ryan Lewis, from Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. And
whoa.
Yeah. So he kind of like opened up his studio to me and just was like, let's figure out your sound, like let's work together. And that was really cool.
What was that process like? How do you find your sound?
I'm still figuring it out. Honestly. I mean, I think I've been chipping away at it and getting closer and closer. And I think if you listen to that first 5-song mixtape EP that came out last summer, it's kind of sporadic. Like there's like one song that feels a little more pop punk, there's one in the pop lane, one has a little bit more like 80s feel to it. So it's like you can hear that we were experimenting, but I feel like my voice is kind of the through line. Like it all feels somewhat in the same vibe, but I think I have an EP coming out actually in May. So
oh really?
Just dropped the single for that.
Good for you, man.
That's good, but it feels like that one is a little bit more cohesive than the last one, which is fun.
Is there a lot of pressure on you because of I think being in like an artist, being in a boy band, like do you feel all the pressure of like, oh shit, like now it's kind of all on, like I have to figure out my sound, have to release stuff, and you're going through that like really tough time. Like, do you find a lot of pressure, or are you kind of at ease with it all now?
I did feel a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I think those first, the first year or two after the band, it was like so much like I just wanted, like all of this has to amount to something. I just worked so hard and all this stuff, and like, what are you talking about? It's done. Like, you know? So now that things are rolling a bit, and I did the tour, released some music last summer, did the tour in September, put out a song, and it went to radio over the holidays, and actually got to like number 28 on the top 40 radio chart, which I was like,
holy shit.
And I'm independent. I didn't sign with a label. So like that's kind of unheard of right now. That's
crazy.
It's pretty crazy. So that feels cool. And then going to Europe on a headlining tour next month.
Shit.
Coming back, opening for a band in May, and then doing some pop-up shows through the summer, and then I'm booking a headlining tour for the fall as well. So it's just
what the fuck?
It's picking up, and it feels like that makes the pressure feel better, because I'm like, I'm working hard, What advice would you give to yourself in 2023? The guy that's covered in blood on the bathroom floor. And is that my table at height? Stop drinking. I got the point of that one. Yeah. But also I think like, dude, you're already enough. Like you're okay. Like you don't need all of that to make you feel whole. You're already good.
Is the hardest thing, was it like losing your youth a little bit, or the teenage years, like being on the road at 16? Like what was the point what's been the most confusing thing, I guess, looking back?
I had to grow up quick, and I had to experience, what fame does a little bit. I'm sure you've experienced that. It's very no.
Like
no,
not a chance.
But yeah, the popularity and like money and stuff like that. It kind of messes with your head a bit, and especially I remember growing up being like, if I could just do this, like I know it would be so crazy, like then I'll feel accomplished and all this stuff. And I had this really weird moment where we played Jingle Ball in New York City in 2017, and it was at Madison Square Garden. We did like a 10-minute set, so it was quick, but it was on stage at Madison Square Garden. We left the stage, we walked back through the backstage, and then this guy like opens up this door, and it's Taylor Swift's green room, and she's in there, Ed Sheeran's in there, Ryan Reynolds is in there. Like it was like this whole squad of like, what is happening? And Taylor was like, what did it feel like to be on that stage for the first time? I remember when I did that, and that's crazy. And it was just this wild conversation. But after that night, I was like on the tour bus alone in my bunk going to the next place, and I had this kind of like weird check-in with myself where I was like, okay, I just literally sang on stage at Madison Square Garden and met two of the people that I've loved since I was young, and I'm still the exact same person. Like it wasn't this crazy big enlightening moment of like, and now everything is good in life. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was it, like kind of just took away the facade a little bit in that moment, and it was like almost sad. But
that's true, yeah, because you feel like you're like, oh my god, like,
yeah,
it's happening. But
like, also, I don't want to say like I don't appreciate that because it was really tight. But like that was where I kind of was like, oh, okay, I have to find other things that make me happy other than like the popularity.
It's probably a good adjustment as well. Be like, oh, because we're all searching for that validation, and then you meet your heroes. Yeah. And then it's also like, okay, what happens now? But like, it's also good to be like, oh wait, that actually doesn't, like, that's not fulfilling. Like, it's amazing, but it's not filling my cup for this stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
What was it like meeting Taylor? Was she pretty cool?
She was so cool. Damn. She literally, like, when we got to our green room, she had written a note to us that was like, "Congrats on an amazing year.
What?
I'm excited for you guys."
Did you get it
signed
framed?
It Taylor Swift. Like, it was so. I don't know where that is. I think management took it.
No, wait.
I'm like,
get back in court.
Give us back our Taylor Swift letter.
Come on, let's sue them. Get back in court. Wait, do you want to talk about the court stuff at all? Or?
Yeah, sure. I'm down. You talked with Daniel a little bit about it, right?
Yeah. Okay. No, he was, well, obviously I was watching on your Instagrams and stuff now, like what happened, but yeah, if you want to give a bit of a brief rundown of what happened and where we're at now.
Okay, so basically, Why Don't We, the band I was in, it ended in 2022 because our management sued us for $50 million for breach of contract and defamation. And that was tough. And they literally like sent a cease and desist to Live Nation, pulled down tickets for our tour. Like, we literally couldn't do anything. So we were like, well, I guess this is it.
And it sucks, man.
Yeah, it sucks. It's like, dang, okay. I guess. I mean, I just want to make music, and there are people that have other agendas, you know? So that was tough, for sure.
$50 million as well is crazy.
Yeah. But in a way, it was kind of like I guess like it was the blessing part of all of that was that when the band split up, it wasn't because any like interpersonal drama with the guys. Like, we're all still really great, and we all hung out in court. Basically, all that came to fruition about a month ago. We were in court for 3-4 weeks. And big jury trial. It felt like I was in a movie, dude. It was like the whole courthouse was packed with fans. Like,
what?
Yeah,
really?
Like, I mean, I posted about it. I was like, full up,
no.
because like, I was like, we want the support. It would feel good. So it was crazy. And I testified for probably 4 or 5 hours up on the stand.
Fuck, that's scary.
Yeah.
What
and then
like?
It's like your lawyer asks you questions, and that feels pretty good because you're just answering like, you know, just everything. But then their lawyer comes at you hard and is like trying to paint this picture of like, you're a little douchebag. You know what I mean? And I'm like, no, I'm not, dude. Like, he was just like coming at me hard. So I think that was tough. But I also got so much closure sitting up there and like just speaking the truth, you know, like saying all those things to somebody who put me through a really hard time was kind of healing for that younger version of me, I think.
I can't even imagine how, dude, I'd be so scared to overanalyze every question. Like, am I answering right? Like, what did you have for breakfast? Fuck, I don't know. Like, I'd be so scared.
I was just like deep breaths, you know, saying some prayers. Like, you know, like it was hard, but also really good. And I'm glad that it's done.
Did you talk to the old management or those guys before or after it? Was there any like, hey, good to see you again?
Well, the weird part of it is that we had two kind of main managers in the band, and one of them is great. Like, he always treated us well, and he actually, when he realized kind of what had been going on and everything, he financed all of our legal fees and everything for this.
What?
So he was sitting on our side. And it turned into a huge fight between him and the other guy. Whoa. And so it was more like these big industry guys pissed at each other and were like the collateral damage, you know?
Dude.
It was crazy. So I basically got sued for $50 million in 2021. And then the jury found us liable for $4, which that's good.
It's
That's a win.
That's a discount.
Yes, big
it's a
discount.
severe discount.
I literally Apple cashed the guy
$1.
Did you
really?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Really?
I did. I just sent him $1.
Wait, how does that work? How does it get to $4 from 50 mil? Because that's
well,
I'd be pissed if I was him.
I think
you missed out on 50 mil. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys lost your childhood.
There's just no way. There's just no way
Yeah.
that they could have proved that.
Yeah.
It's just impossible that
fucking
it would
bizarre.
be 50 million. And I think the jury knew that. I think that they didn't want us to actually have to pay a bunch of money, but they also, there were some things, I guess, in our contract that we hadn't read and did go against a couple things. So it was like, if we charge them $4, at least it's like the right thing to do, but it's only $4.
Was the manager and stuff, did they throw a tantrum after? 'Cause, dude, I would have been, that's crazy.
No, I honestly think they looked at it as a bit of a win because they still own the rights to the band and everything and the name of the band and all the music.
No.
Which that sucks.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. So that's hard, but we can, we've had some conversations about like doing the Taylor Swift thing, like re-recording everything.
Yeah.
Putting it out maybe under a different name.
Yeah. Why didn't we?
Yeah. Or yeah. Why can't we?
Why can't we?
Why can't we?
Yeah.
And then we could tour under a different name. We've floated around some ideas, so I think it could happen. But I'm just at this moment so glad that there's not this like court case that's sitting out there that's gonna
like impending.
Yeah, the impending doom. It's like I hate this gray cloud following us around for the last few years. So
what was it like being with the boys again? It must have been good.
Great. Really good.
They all live at separate places, or they're in LA?
They're all in LA right now. Yeah. But weirdly enough, we don't like hang out that much. I don't know why exactly. Like we're all cool. We're all friends. Yeah. But I think everyone's just kind of like in their own world doing it.
Yeah.
And that was really cool actually. That was the silver lining of the whole case and the trial and everything. It's like we're all sitting there together just like messing around like old times, and nothing like a common enemy to like bring you together.
It does bring
again,
people together.
Like, yeah,
all
it's
my
like
exes
like
are best friends.
Yeah.
And that's really tough. So it really upsets me.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them. There's a few good eggs.
So you were on the show too.
Nah, it doesn't matter about me. No, go on.
You were on Too Hot to Handle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was on I've done like 10 of them now. Yeah, brother. I've done too many.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at a point where it's like I should probably like just get mental help.
Is
before
it?
I do another one.
Yeah.
Right, what are you gonna say?
I don't even know. Like, have you actually had like good relationships come from that?
Yeah,
there's some real stuff. Yeah. I haven't watched it.
No, good. You don't have to.
Okay.
You know me.
Okay,
that's all that matters.
I know you.
Yeah, because then if you watch it, you're gonna be like, you know what? I don't know if I want to hang out with that guy. Like, I don't actually know if I want to see him ever again. Yeah, you wouldn't be here. That's for sure.
No, be quiet. Nah, bro.
Wait, when you're in the courtroom with the boys, back to that.
Yeah.
When you're taking a lunch break, are you guys all just like, yo, check out, can you like review my lyrics? Or was there any stuff like that?
We played a couple stuff
like cool.
for each other, like some unreleased stuff. That was fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm proud of them. Everyone's doing their own thing. And yeah, we're both going to Daniel's show tonight. That'll be fun. And
I'm streaking on stage.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't tell you to do that as well?
He did. No.
Just come on, do it.
Should I?
Why not?
We could. That would.
We need a lawsuit. We have a common enemy. Me and you versus Daniel. No.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you guys like? Because I could only imagine I'd be so competitive. Are you guys like friendly, competitive with each other?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think it was especially competitive coming out of the band. Like right away, there was this feeling of like, what are they gonna do? What's everyone got cooking up? And I feel like now we're a couple years removed. Everyone's kind of in their own lanes. I think we're all pretty aware of what each other are doing, but at the same time, it's like kind of a love fest. At the same time, it's you don't feel the like tension as much as it felt like there was right after the band. I don't know, but yeah, there is. I mean, it's like having brothers or something. Like of course, there's a little comparison.
What about like management and stuff now? Because this is always something I'm confused about. When you guys are in a band and you've got that the manager, whatever else, when you separate, how do you find your management? Or is there already people like working underneath them or whatever else? And like, is it all under the same company? Like, or you're just fully independent to figure your shit out?
So I personally just wanted a completely new slate. Like I was like, okay, I haven't, like I've had some amazing moments in the industry so far, but I also had some really hard times. So I just want to like completely find people that I love to be around and have them be my team. So I've done it all independently, didn't sign with a label or anything. And that's been hard at first because you're passing up a check right away. And so like, you know, not having that financial security, but I also get to like build a team from scratch, which is beautiful. And like,
it must be more exciting now as well to be able to take the kind of reins a little bit on your life, because I can imagine with in a boy band being told what to do at a young age, you kind of just follow the orders, right? So it's like you can probably be a little bit more creative.
Yeah.
Now.
I think especially at the beginning of the band, it was like, here's what you wear, here's what you say.
They control what you wear?
Oh, everything. Yeah.
What?
It was like, yeah.
Damn, I want someone to tell me what to wear.
I mean, but also it's like to the point, like this is how your hair is cut. This is here are the lyrics. Here's the songs. They're already done. You put your voice on them. Like it was like, that's how it was at the beginning.
Whoa.
And then by the end, because we had some success, we actually got more creative control. And like the last album that we did as a band, Daniel and I and Corbin, we wrote the whole thing, just us. So that was cool. Fuck. And it felt like we were finally getting on this like vibe of like, we're doing this. And then all this stuff happened. So,
man.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel like it's great that I get to be a part of all these decisions now and like, you know, just making it from scratch. It's fun.
What are you most excited about being independent, or do you think you're going to get a label soon?
I don't plan on it unless it really makes sense. I feel like 2025 is such a strange time to be in the industry. And I just want to keep making music. What fires me up is like the actual shows. And I literally like stand outside or in the venue after the show for like 3 hours and just meet everybody that comes, because I get like fuel from hearing people's stories, from meeting people, and that like connection is what I look forward to so much. Yeah,
it's actually interesting. Like one of my other friends who's an artist, we were at a show and people were sitting there like, oh, this song changed my life, or this happened. Dude. It's kind of interesting. Like I couldn't even, like I'm not an artist, but I couldn't imagine being an artist making music and hearing how everyone's different experience with a piece of music or art and how that affects their life. Like that's got to be crazy. Like people playing at their weddings, or people like at a funeral, like things like I couldn't even imagine.
It's like the closest thing to like real magic that I've experienced is like going through something maybe really heavy and putting it into words and putting it out there into the world, and then somehow you just put words to feelings that someone else is feeling that they couldn't describe it or something, and then they have this whole their own experiences with it, and then getting to go out there and like hear that and see them and look in their eyes, you can feel the energy in the room of that. Like it's so fulfilling, and so that's what fires me up, and I just want to do more of that. Put me on the road.
What has been the hardest part about going solo and being like independent in the music sense? Like is it more difficult now, or is it easier?
Like the creation of the music?
Yeah.
I think it's easier now.
Right.
I think it's less cooks in the kitchen than there was with Why Don't We? I think we had so many opinions all the time with the band, and now it's tough, like, man. It's kind of nice to just like, this feels really good. And honestly, the more and more that I've been writing, especially lately, I'm just like writing like it's a journal or something. Like it's not necessarily like, okay, what could I write that everyone's gonna like, you know, or like what's the big hit melody that I can come up with? It's like, what actually do I want to say right now, or what's going on in my life that I could talk about, you know? What
is your process like with making a song and writing stuff down? Like, is it
I play piano.
Come on, you guys need to fucking relax.
That's it though. I don't play anything else. Just piano.
Good.
Just piano.
And that's a hard one too.
Yeah.
Play like the flute or some shit. No, that's hard as well. No, the recorder.
You play the flute.
I will. I'm gonna play the recorder.
Okay.
That's all I've got. The one that
you can?
No.
Oh.
Mary Had a Little Lamb. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that on the little recorder. But wait, so you play the piano, right? You just sit there and start fingering the keys? Like, what's going on? How does that work?
Yeah, I would sit there and finger the keys.
Yeah, attaboy.
No, I love the piano. It's like, honestly, like therapy in a lot of ways for me. Like sometimes I can play how I feel more than I can say how I can feel. And
that gets confusing in relationships. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now. Yeah. I'm actually gonna steal that though.
That's good.
I'm gonna get my recorder and be like, no, I can play
yeah.
how I feel, but I'm not gonna tell you how I feel. Yeah. She's like, I don't know. Is that Marianne Little?
No, it's how I feel.
Yeah, it's how I feel. That's good. I wish I could do that.
Yeah. And then how I write though is like I just say gibberish basically and try to come up with melodies. And then I listen back as I'm, I play and I'm singing these random words that don't make any sense.
This is a poor fan out there. Like, damn, those lyrics like really help me through some shit. You're like, yeah, it's just gibberish.
No, then I go back through and I fill it in with like actual, it makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of what I do.
How did you get? Where'd your inspiration come for Better Place?
Better Place. Okay.
Yeah. Better
Place is very like mental health driven. That's something I care about a lot, and I think that we need to take mental health just as serious as physical health or any other kind of health.
Yeah.
And it was actually a song that Ryan had when I first met him. So he already had a version of that, and it had this concept of like, if I could, I'd make this world a better place. And he's like, "Do you like it?" I was like, yeah,
dude,
it's so cool.
Yeah, it's great.
This big, but it's also like this big, like grandiose, like almost like We Are the World type vibe of a song. And so it just felt like such a massive thing. And especially when I was struggling at the time, it was tough to like have the words to write it yet. And so I went through tons of different versions of that song and tried to write it so many times, and it just wasn't working. But I think having 2024, this building year, and feeling better and better was helped a lot, be able to like kind of like reflect. And now I can like kind of reflect on those times and say like, what do I wish someone would have told me, so that's a lot of those words in the song. And then I think the kind of big turning point, there's a couple turning points. One, obviously getting sober was huge. And then I made a TikTok or a reel or something.
TikTok help?
Yeah. Yes. Straight up. It did.
Really?
I kind of took this weird leap of faith where I just like posted about all this shit that I was struggling with.
Oh, right.
And I was like, these are things that I'm,
so you're hitting a renegade. I'm like, brother.
No. I was not.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to help.
I'm really sad. No. Something I would do.
Oh no, these are things that are hard to admit. And it was like,
oh wow.
It was like I had a psychosis episode. Whoa. And I just like admitted that. I was like, and I did. I was like fully out of reality for a few days, and I like had to go to the ER. Was there for like on a 12-hour hold. Like tried to run out of there. Security grabbed me. Like it was scary stuff.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Scary.
How did you figure that? How does psychosis episode works?
Dude, I didn't even know about it. I had no idea that this could happen. But I was up for like 3 days. Couldn't sleep. I was really stressed about the lawsuit stuff and like just like really in my head. And then I was also like using ChatGPT and like coming up with all this stuff. Yeah, but I was like, in a weird way, ChatGPT like fueled it, because I was like, if this was happening and just like play along with me, then how did it, and it would give me this like perfect analysis of like, okay, well, if the world really truly was ending, then this is probably what would happen, and this is what you should do, and blah, 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 blah. And I like, it like coached me into a place where I literally believed that the world was coming to an end and I needed to fly home and tell my family that. And it was like really scary. And so I went and did that, and they brought me to the ER, and I literally thought like the ER staff was trying to kill me for a second. And it was like,
wait, you got on a plane, you went home. Like, hey, mom and dad, surprise, world's ending.
Literally, world's ending. We have to get on like a rocket ship. Like, it was crazy stuff. Like, I actually believed it. And so it was crazy then to like, obviously the world didn't end, and I didn't have to get on a rocket.
It hasn't ended yet?
Yeah, this is the afterlife, Harry. Oh, no. Welcome.
Yeah, where's my dad? Where is he?
No, but it was crazy. So this was 2023 as well. So it was just like going through it. And it was also hard to then like realize you're so wrong about something, and like also not trust your own thoughts after that. Like it was like, what? Am I thinking right? And also everyone around you is like, is he thinking right? Like, like it's like,
oh
It's scary. It's so not fun.
That's horrible.
Yeah, very happy to be sitting here with you and thinking fine and not, I'm past it, I
was going to say, I think all my friends probably think like that anyway. They know I don't think right.
Yeah.
On a good day. Like on a good day.
Fair.
Yeah. But, dude, that is like, how do you not do that again? Are you banned from ChatGPT?
No, I still like it, but I'm not using it like that. I don't know.
Okay.
I think sobriety helps everything.
Yeah.
And then also just like, I've leaned into faith a lot. That's been really cool. Kind of like, I grew up going to church a little bit and my dad would perform in church, but I like really have like started reading the Bible and like understanding some of those stories. And I started feeling like this peace that I've never felt before and like just being content. Do
you think like the faith has given you like a ease of mind that like, oh, okay, like there's a bigger plan for everything? Because I'm trying to figure out what I believe in.
Yeah.
And I've had a few friends who are like religious and just trying to learn about their take on stuff. But I think that was the biggest thing that I realized when I was starting to learn how to pray. It's just like, oh, it's actually just so much nicer just to say this stuff, get it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then if something does happen or whatever else, it's like, well, there's kind of ease because like whatever's meant to be will be.
Yeah.
And like this guy has already like gone through everything, or woman.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever he wants to be.
Yeah.
It could be a fish.
Yeah. No, I think...
I'm sure there's a religion out there that believes in flying fish.
I don't think of it as much as religion.
Yeah.
And I think about it more as like just a relationship and being able to pray and feel a presence with me. And I feel the love like so much. And I never want to be like... I feel like religion and actually a lot of Christianity has hurt so many people. And I've experienced a little bit of that, but also just watched friends go through really hard stuff because of religious people that are super judgmental and say this is how it has to be and this is a list of rules. And I like the more I actually read about Jesus, like he was just about love and he hung out with prostitutes and he hung out with all these people. No, I mean like like
I'm Jesus.
He
I'm sorry.
You know what I mean though? Like
I'm not being a dick.
No,
That's
I'm
crazy.
like he hung out with everybody, he loved everybody, he was inclusive, and I don't know where we got it wrong along the way or something. So anyways, I never want to be like, this is what I believe, this is what you also have to believe. Like this is just what's worked for me. And when you ask about how I'm doing now and what the changes, I'm like, I can't not mention the fact that I feel like I'm so grateful that, that's the whole thing, is like he came to earth and died for our sins so that we can leave them in our past, and our past doesn't define us, and we can be okay.
It's so peaceful. Like it's a good peace of mind to have that as well.
Yeah.
What's it like being working with Ryan? That must be fucking crazy.
Ryan's amazing. He is goofy,
really,
and he's just he creates such a safe space in the studio that I don't feel anxious walking in, or like I'm not worried that I'm gonna throw out a bad idea and it's gonna be like this super awkward moment or something, like because a lot of times you throw out a few bad ideas but the fourth or fifth one is like great, or you throw out a bad idea and someone else in the room is like, wait, and they get inspired by that and then they come up with a great idea. So it's like creating a safe enough environment to be creative and let it flow is beautiful. He curates that environment better than anyone. Yeah,
really,
he's great.
Yeah, what is the process like working with someone like that? Like it must be kind of like it must be interesting to see how people at different levels like operate.
I mean, he's taught me a lot about I think he has a really high bar for quality. Like he's just like, he really goes after like, all right, no, we can make this better. So he's taught me a lot about that. I think I used to kind of just be like, no, it sounds good, what are you talking about? And now I'm like, wait, we could try another little run here, like whatever. And he's taught me a lot. Yeah, he's cool.
So my friend Olivia O'Brien, she was telling me about the songs that kind of made her who she is and blow up. She's like evolved past that version of herself.
Yeah.
Are you worried about that? Like, do you get worried about that creative process of like, oh, actually, like, or have you been in a position where you're like, oh, this kind of lyrics of this song doesn't really apply to me anymore because I'm at a way different point? Okay,
so basically it's like the fear of having something blow up and everyone knows your face as that.
And then you're just, because like for me, like the Taught to Handle, completely different.
Yeah.
But I was like 22 or 23 on that.
Yeah.
And I'm known as like the sex demon freak.
You're right.
It just fucks everyone. Which
and that's not who you are.
Never.
No.
What?
I've experienced that a little bit because with the band, we like the first time we had like big success as a band was when Logan Paul put us in some of his videos.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I still, to this day, it's like, oh, you're that kid, the Logan Paul guy, like from the band, the Logan Paul band. Yeah. And so like I get that a little bit, which I'm grateful for, you know, like that's part of the reason that we gain traction and everything. But yeah, I definitely am like crazy that a video of us with Logan Paul in a Minion suit is the most viewed thing we've ever done.
That's great. Yeah, did he own a percentage of you guys? Is like what?
Yeah, so basically like how that all broke down is like our manager at the time met his manager at Soho House or something, and it was like, let's make a deal, you know? And
wow,
and they set it up, and Logan, I think he got like 10% or 8 or 9% of Why Don't We after that, because that was like the deal.
What?
Yeah. Also, no one knows that. So here, there's breaking news. Logan Paul owns part of Why Don't We.
So out of the $4 you guys said, he got 10% of that?
Oh, maybe. You
got 40 cents?
Yeah. You're welcome, Logan.
Yeah, you're welcome. Wait, that's so interesting. Because I was curious about that, because that was the first I've ever seen you guys. It was like, because I used to watch his vlogs a lot. And then I was like, oh, okay, like there must be, because they're incredible business guys.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
he wouldn't just do that.
Yeah,
well, maybe.
I'm like, maybe like he must really like these guys.
Yeah,
like they must be good friends. But then I thought because he was putting you guys on so heavy, I'm like,
it really worked though for everyone. Like I would have done the deal again, I think.
For sure, bro.
Like it helped.
Yeah, because they were was he posting every day then?
Every day. It was a vlog every single day, and we were always like in them in some weird way. And then he like directed a couple of our music videos. We did Help Me Help You. We did The Fall of Jake Paul, which that was, iconic.
It didn't work. He's still massive.
Yeah, I know. He's honestly, he's crushing it. It's fun to see.
Wow. What was that time like in your life? That must have been also weird and crazy.
Weird time. We were living in a house in Beverly Hills with a manager, and it was hard. Like, that's what a lot of this lawsuit is based on. But also, like, we had each other, and it was fun. Like, we were becoming really close friends because we had to, and it was also seeing our dreams coming true as well as all this other dark shit was going on. Like, it's hard. It was weird.
Did you guys get like a massive spike in like, I guess, streams or whatever else, like once Logan came on?
I remember, oh my gosh, it was crazy. Like,
wow, really?
Yeah, that was like what blew us up. Like, I mean, we were going like this, and we were all solo artists before the band. So the idea was like, let's take solo artists that have a couple 100,000 followers, put them together, and they'll be the Avengers. Like that was kind of the idea. And then when Logan entered, it was like, I remember seeing my Instagram, it was like 40,000 new followers this week. And like, it was just spiking like crazy after that.
Wow.
And it just kind of went from there.
So just after the first video, just everything just like changed?
Yeah, because he was getting so many views daily, and then Help Me Help You and all that stuff. It really took off. It was crazy.
Wow. Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though. Like,
it is.
And I also don't know if that could ever happen again.
I don't know either.
Because like there's no way, well, people, unless it's like I guess someone doing Twitch streams, but for them to push out content every single day at that peak with those young fans, like so involved, like hyper engaged.
So cool.
Like I feel like that was just like a once in a lifetime lightning in a bottle opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just lined up.
That's wild. Do you guys stay in contact? Have you heard from him?
Once in a while, we'll like text back and forth.
Well, he's right here. No,
yeah. Welcome, Logan.
Yeah. Surprise. You're on Impulsive.
It's been so cool to see like what he's done in the last 5 years. Like
those guys are crazy.
It's crazy.
They're on fire.
I mean, talk about like going from just like an influencer and then to like everyone knows Logan Paul, and he's on WWE and like all this stuff. It's crazy.
I feel like the thing with those guys is it makes me feel so underaccomplished. Like, oh, they're actually doing like so much.
You can't see yourself from other people's eyes, because I'm sure people look at you and they're like, oh my gosh, he's doing XYZ. This is crazy.
You got a good
like,
point. Yeah.
I feel like for every person that you see that's like,
yeah,
wow, I'm underaccomplished because look what they're doing, you have to look at like 10 people that aren't doing as much as you're doing.
It's a really good perspective.
Yeah.
Attitude of gratitude.
Yeah, it's true.
Damn, what a guy.
Got you, brother.
Wait, you live with Chase Stokes? What's that about? Wait, what?
I lived with him for a little bit in the hills for like
what?
Yeah, for like 6-7 months. He's such a good friend.
What?
Such
Really?
It was actually when I was struggling. So I was starting to like realize I was running out of money and everything. And he had this house up there, and he was just like, dude, move in, you're good. And it was so sweet. And so he was filming most of the time, and I just had this house to be, getting into my craft and trying to build this next chapter. And
Whoa.
I was there for 6 months, and then that actually was right before all of the mental stuff happened, and I moved home after that. But yeah, he's such a good dude, and he's based in Nashville now, which I'm actually moving to Nashville on Saturday.
On Saturday?
Yeah, on Saturday.
Why? What happened? What inspired that? You just something different, or the music scene, or?
Yeah, I've been feeling, I guess I've started feeling it in like September. I was like, wait, I was touring around. I was like, I don't think as much is tying me to LA as used to be. Like with the band, it was like we had to be here. And I'm going to be 27 this year, and I'm thinking like, I don't know, in the future I want to have a family, and I want to start thinking about that. And I feel like Nashville still has the music scene, and the songwriting is amazing and everything, but also like I could see raising a family there a little more than I could here,
Have you got a nice spot sorted over there? Like
I'm gonna drive there. I'm gonna leave my car at a friend's house, and then I'm touring for the next few months. So I'm planning I'm planning on getting a spot like midsummer-ish.
Dude, that's gonna be so exciting.
Yeah,
I've got a few friends that live there, or they just moved from
You gotta
LA.
come, dude.
I love it.
Come whenever.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
like the bachelorette parties.
Oh yeah, all the time. That's my backup career plan. Actually, is just wear a pink suit and have a pink bus that I buy, and then drive it around and run the bachelorette parties for any Why Don't We fans out there.
Yeah, like look at this
Logan
Paul video.
Yeah.
See, that was me.
Hopefully not. No. Hopefully I don't do that.
No, that's what I would do. Like, yeah, I know these guys.
Yeah,
I know these guys.
Perfect,
dude. That's gonna be so fun. That's
I'm excited.
Exciting new chapter as well. I think like it would probably creatively might be the best thing for you as well.
Yeah, just like new. I don't know, new life, new blank slate, and also like. I'm excited. I don't know. It feels right. Also, Austin's moving too. So
is
we're
he?
both. Yeah, we're going.
What is he? What?
Yeah,
he's with you. He's gonna go have fun.
He didn't think he was gonna move, and his parents just called him one day and was like, "What do you think about Nashville? Like, we're thinking of going to meet with a realtor." And he went, checked it out, and so he's about to buy a house there. And
dude, Outer Banks is paying like crazy, huh? What's going on?
Dude, yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I was so
one of the biggest shows, dude.
Dude, I was like,
I mean, Too Hot to Handle must have been massive.
We're not getting checks like that.
Nothing.
No, bro. No way. Reality TV. Like now, it's definitely better.
Better. Okay.
But like back then, it's like the minimum that they can give you because you're not qualified. It's not like we're talented people. I can't finger a piano. I can't go and act out a scene. I can't do any of this stuff. All I can do is get drunk and embarrass myself and cry and try and have sex with everyone. Which is a very niche skill to have.
That's all you could do. Now you've developed all sorts of new skills, right?
Yeah, now I can do different things.
Yes. Tell us about your love life. What's going on, dude?
What?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy? Well, tell us about your love life. It's right here. You're in a relationship. How did you meet?
I'm so in love. Like actually.
Wow.
Like, I'm so in love. She's amazing, and it's been the best thing that's like ever happened to me.
You know what? I want that one day.
Yeah?
That's crazy.
It's for dude.
It won't
I'm
happen.
sure. She's out there.
Well, no, maybe she is. Yeah.
Why do you think it won't happen?
Because I don't want it to. No,
you don't?
No. I do. I think it will happen. It's just work. Doing the work on yourself first is always probably the biggest thing. Like you probably felt. When did you guys meet? When did it happen?
We met actually in November, and I have Austin and Chase to thank for this because it was at their. It was like Pogelandia. It was the Outer Banks Festival type thing in LA for the release of season 4. And I was there and I was hanging out. There was like some bands playing that Cast went on stage and stuff. I was just there supporting them. And she was there. Her name is Zia. And she was there with some friends. I guess she has family friends that her family friend produces the show. So she was just there with some friends.
Yeah.
And we made eye contact like 3 or 4 times. And I was just like, dang, who's this girl? And I remember being down in the crowd looking up, and she was like in the front of the section with her arms up, just like vibing. And I was like, wow. She's so cool and she's so beautiful. Like, anyways, I just had this I was just like looking at her. And then at the end of the night, Austin's pulling me to a car. We're going to go with some other people to this just like bar to hang out and have, you know, have a after hang, whatever. And he's pulling me away and I see her there with her friends. And I was just like, I got this like feeling that I was like, if I don't go and say hi, I'll be so mad at myself. Wow. And so I just walked up and I said hi. I was like, I said, I like your pants. That was the first thing I said.
Was she wearing pants or was she in a dress?
Yeah, she was wearing pants. I'm glad.
Yeah. Imagine, like your pants. She's like, I'm actually wearing a dress.
That would have been a swing and miss then. Yeah. And then I was like, I think you're cute. Could I have your number? And she said, I think you're cute too. And she came and met us that night. And my sister was actually with us. She took a film or like a point and shoot picture of us that night. Oh, that's good. And I haven't seen the picture yet.
This is like a movie.
Yeah.
This is a movie.
It was like, I mean, yeah, dude, I think she's my wife.
Really? How long have you guys been together now?
Only 2.5 months, like officially.
No, that's fine.
I'm like fully.
I'm the same. I'm the exact same. I'm me to go, move in.
Yeah.
We're gonna get married.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so exciting.
What was crazy, dude, is the first week that we officially started dating, her house burned down in the Palisades fire. I feel like it just threw us into the deep end right away, and it was like in this crazy situation. And how do you react to tragedy happening? Like all of her belongings were in there, and honestly, it was the most attractive thing because obviously she had her moments.
Oh, I'm like, what do you mean?
She had her moments of like, no. She had her moments of like breaking down and freaking out, but like how she stayed positive and was like, no, it's going to be okay. Like everything's going to be fine. Like she had this weird trust in like the future being totally fine that I was just like, whoa, that's
cool. A superpower.
Yeah. And I was like, that's what a green flag, you know?
That is the green flag. Wow. Yeah. Your home just burnt down. All your stuff's gone.
Everything.
You've got some sort of positivity.
Yeah. So I cleared my whole schedule and flew to New Jersey with her and just like met her whole family right away. And like, and that would have never happened. Obviously, horrible that her house burned down. But like, because of that, I feel like it forced us to just like get to really know each other right away, which was cool.
What was the first date like?
We went and saw Wicked.
I heard that movie sucked.
Are you kidding?
No.
Don't say that.
Rage bait.
Oh my God.
Yeah, apparently Wicked was the worst movie ever. Drop a comment if you agree. I'm joking. Steph's face was crazy. Was it good though?
It was really great. The movie was great. I also like, I don't know why I thought going to a movie for the first date was a good idea because you can't like get to know her.
You can't talk.
No, that was stupid. But we hung out before the movie and I gave her a ride home after.
What was it like, and what happened after that? Did it progress really quick? You're like, this is it? Like, this is the one? Or is it?
I wasn't sure. Honestly, I was kind of still seeing some other people. I was out on tour. Like, I was like, kind of like, I think I've been single for 4 or 5 years at this point and like kind of numbed out in a weird way. And she's like, she sort of just like unfroze my heart in a lot of ways and thawed it out. And it was like realizing like, oh my gosh, wait, she is really like, whoa, she's so special. She's so special. And like, I remember being home over the holidays then, and my guitarist, we were hanging out and we were going to make a song. And he was like, bro, like, you should invite some girls over. Like, it'd be fun. And I was like, I don't think I'm gonna. Like, I'm excited about this girl in LA. And he was like, what? Like, really?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's going on? And then I came back to LA and we started dating that first week.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what about her makes her so special?
Her positivity and just like, and also just like friendship. I feel like she's my best friend.
Damn.
Yeah. She's like helping me discover like the little kid again in me, which is beautiful. And just like any situation I'm in, I just want her there.
Wow.
Yeah. It's great.
Dude, that's so special.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Great. It's also been the first time I've ever tried this, but like, we've decided to wait to like be physical till later.
Wow.
And I've never even like had that inclination before, but I think because I treated that in the past like it wasn't a super special thing, like this time around I realized very quickly this is so special. And I was like, wait, I want this to have that weight for some reason. Like I felt like God was almost telling me to do that. So I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna do this. But it's been a really interesting experience. It's been cool.
Wait, that must be kind of nice.
It is.
That must be really nice because you actually like can learn so much more about each other, and especially
well, and it complicates things, man. Like when you're going right away, which I used to do all the time, like, you know, like it can really get difficult sometimes.
How did that conversation come up, or whose idea was it?
Me. Yeah.
It was your idea?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because her thing was like, she was kind of like, we have to be dating to be doing anything. And then like after the first week of us kind of hanging out and being dating, I just brought it up, and she was like taken aback, but then also like, yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. That sounds good.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't told anybody that, but here we are. Just
wow.
Yeah, I'm an open book.
No, that's really special.
Yeah, it feels
that must
good.
be really kind of freeing as well, because I think that, again, a lot of pressure on that. A lot of especially nowadays, like especially in LA, like it dictates a lot of situations.
Yeah,
and,
it does.
To be able to be like, hey, you know, we're gonna make this thing special again. It's really nice. You think you guys are gonna wait till marriage, or is you just going till it feels right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't want to like just fully say that, but that's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah.
But also, I'll just say, like, it feels crazy to even be talking about all this with you, and like talking about.
I'm not a slut, man.
No. I'm saying no. I'm saying for me, like, for me to talk about my girlfriend with you is like crazy, because back in the band, it was like I had a girlfriend back then, and it was against the rules to talk about it publicly at all. Like we had to be single to the public, because that made the band more appealing.
What?
Yeah, 100%. So like we were going out the back door of hotels, running around, like trying to sneak, and then like if she got pictures taken of her, like they'd be posted to these drama accounts, and then our managers would see it, and I'd get this long text like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is messing up the single sales, and blah blah blah. The label's gonna not give us the budget for the next music video because of this.
Serious? That shit
straight up, like, it was so crazy. So
dude,
to be here and like talking, just like, yeah, I'm so in love and it's beautiful. Like I'm like, I feel it in my soul. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. So thank you for
thank you for opening up, because I'm sure that's probably not easy, with especially a lot of trauma in the past around having something that's completely normal, especially as a teenager, to have a girlfriend and learn about that stuff, for that to be kind of like thrown in your face and being seen as like a scary thing.
Yeah, it was so scary.
And it's meant to be like normal part of growing up.
She was like trying to come to the shows because she wanted to support, but she'd have to wear a hoodie, and it was awful.
Wow, I didn't even think that was an element of that stuff. Again, but it just makes sense. Being in a boy band, they want you to be single, and then they want you to. Damn, I'm like, is that even a thing in reality TV? But we're all just like single idiots, like, and just having sex with everyone.
Yeah, they want that, right?
Yeah. Any songs on there that you've written about her?
Not on
That's
this
one.
one.
Wrong answer.
No. But I did the song. I started these songs before all that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
it'll be like the next EP after that. Okay. I already have some stuff. So
okay, cool. Because I was like, brother.
Yeah, no, I haven't wrote anything.
Yeah, like, I love this girl so much. We're waiting to marriage. Nah.
She's also a songwriter and a singer, and that's been fun. Like, we've written some stuff together. So I feel like at some point that could be a thing too.
What's that process like with, especially working and?
So cool.
Really?
So cool. Yeah, she's like, that was like, I think our second or third date, we went back to hers and ended up writing a song about how we were both feeling.
Dude, this sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
Like, this sounds like a plot of a movie.
So, I was home over the holidays when I was telling my guitarist, like, no, let's not invite girls, like, whatever. I ended up writing a song about her, and I sent it to her. And she was like, she sent me a song then that she wrote about me. And we were like communicating our feelings.
Cool.
I was like, what in the musical are we in? Like, it was
cool.
so...
Austin and Chase said, look, we've got the next rom-com.
We've got it.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. Yeah. Well, my next question is, do you think you're boyfriend material? I think you are
right now.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah.
Right, in the past, no?
I had too much stuff I was working through, for sure.
What do you think your girlfriend's, what would she say? Would she critique anything that you're doing? Like,
now?
Yeah.
Right now?
Like, as a boyfriend, do you think there's things you could be better at or worse at?
I think the one thing that I could be better at is just more organized. That's like, I definitely like could clean my place better and stuff sometimes.
Dude, same.
You know, like, that's like my one thing. But I'm in all other areas, I'm really, really great. But That's my big thing I'm working on right now, is like trying to keep my place clean. But to be fair, I'm moving right now, so like everything's just everywhere. But
you're also
like,
an artist. Like this shit's gotta be crazy. Come on.
I guess.
Yeah, you gotta come back to the lab and be like, oh my god, there's shit everywhere. For me, I got no excuse.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy. I want to play a game with you. All right, this or that. This game is simple. It's this or that. Tour bus or hotel?
Tour bus.
For sure.
Yeah.
Handheld mic or Britney mic? Who are these people?
I've never done Britney mic. Oh, so basically, you know, like the pop star mic, the classic, like they have it on their cheek going here.
Acoustic set or full band?
Full band.
Writing alone or co-writing?
Co-writing.
Recording in a studio or recording at home?
Recording in a studio. Yeah.
Late night studio session or early morning writing session?
I think early morning.
Yeah?
I've been more of a morning person.
Way better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you like a cold plunge guy or no?
Not yet. I was going to get one on my balcony, but apparently
actually
that was going to be illegal if something broke.
Yeah, I've been getting into it lately.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good. I
got one of these and I've gotten crazy about like all my stats, the whoops.
Oh, dude. And did you have it when you were drinking?
No, not anymore. No, I just got it like a month.
Oh,
month
I was going to say,
ago.
brother, like when you'd have, because I've had it for a couple of years.
We should be friends on it so we can see.
Oh, no, you don't want to watch my shit.
I do.
No, okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's make a clan.
Yeah.
We'll make a little group. But no, when you'd have like a big night out and then you'd see it the next day, it's like embarrassing. Like
it's like red and
like violently red, like negative. Like mine would be like, it'd spin the block the wrong way around. Be like double red.
You went backwards 2 days.
I went backwards. And then I after a big night, I'd just take it off. I'm like, I can't deal with that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm already going to feel terrible. Like I know for a fact it's going to be the worst day of my life.
Yeah, because that was my biggest thing, was anxiety.
Would you rather only be able to release music videos or do live performances?
Live performances.
Yeah?
For sure.
Festival crowd or club crowd?
I've never played a proper festival, actually. I want to at some point. That'd be fun. But we did like the Jingle Balls are the closest we got to. That sounded so weird.
Yeah. That did sound like, you know what?
Jingle Ball shows were
really
the closest we got, like the big radio.
Yeah.
Big radio shows.
That must be
festival. Cool. Yeah. That was fun.
For an on-stage outfit, would you prefer comfy or stylish?
I think on stage stylish.
Yeah. You got to do it.
Yeah. You gotta be the guy.
Yeah, you have to be the guy.
Gotta be the guy.
Playing the piano and getting freaky on there.
Finger in the piano.
Finger that go.
That's what the episode's called, by the way.
Yeah. You should call your EP.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Your girlfriend's like, hey, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, maybe we should start having sex. Yeah. Just fingering his piano at home. Just go through it. Are you a bigger fan of surprise releases or big promo rollouts?
I like a rollout.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Rollout
once in a while, like, I would say like 4 big rollouts to your 1 surprise release.
Meet and greets or after parties?
I guess after parties I've been to are just like with friends, you know? So
sure.
Like the fan meet and greets are the best. I love those. Yeah.
The best. Well, I wouldn't know.
Have you done meet and greets and stuff?
For Dancing with the Stars when we were on tour, I did.
How was Dancing with the Stars?
Well, it's good if you can dance, and I can't.
Yeah, I shouldn't do that.
No, do it. Make me look okay. Please.
Yeah, you'll be better than me, I think.
No, brother.
Dude.
You pull up one video of that, you're going to be like, you know what?
Pull up the, we did a Today Show performance.
No, you didn't.
In 2017. We got, dude, like so many, I would say like almost like 100 million views or something on this video. And the K-pop fans picked it up and they're like, this is what America's doing for their boy band scene. And it was like the worst dancing of all time.
I feel like that's kind of nice to have the K-pop people come at you.
Just crush us, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we really were known for.
So you're not dancing anymore? No.
Honestly, Corbin from Why Don't We? He's a good dancer, and he's like actually like gotten really good. So
are any of you guys bad at anything? Like, because it seems like everyone's pretty good.
I'm bad at dancing. Terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go, but everyone is
I can play piano. I can like vibe on stage, but the second I'm hitting choreo, you don't want to see
get
that.
The fuck out of here. Last one. Would you this or that, lose your voice before a show or your equipment malfunctions mid-set?
Equipment malfunctions.
Yeah.
For sure. If you lose your voice, it's like you can't really do the show. But if the equipment malfunctions,
dance, have a voiceover, have me in the background.
Yeah.
I can't sing.
Yeah. Streaking.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll finger the piano. Well, guys, I just want to let you know Jonah is kicking off his European and UK tour next month, opening nightly for the US tour in May. Opening for nightly on the US tour in May, and then has a US headline tour kicking off in September. Where else can people find
October.
you? October, November.
Yeah.
And where can people find you if they want to get tickets?
Well, on my socials, just at Jonah Marais, and then my website is j-marais.com.
How do you spell Marais? Because it's different.
Marais.
Okay.
It's kind of like French.
French guy?
No.
Mine's apparently French.
Really?
Jowsey.
No Is that idea. Your real name? Jowsey?
Yeah. How would I make that
Marais
up?
is not my real last name.
What?
It's my middle name. So I've just always gone by it. Yeah.
What?
I don't know. A lot of people have different names.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm doing this shit wrong.
No.
I
think you did it right. You're very authentic. You're very genuine.
Dude, I'm just confused. I don't know how I got here.
You're here, man.
I'm here. I'm using my real name.
We got cameras. We got lights.
We got a teddy bear.
Got your name.
That's me.
Here we are.
Jowsey.
Do you think you're boyfriend material?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I
don't know.
Getting to know you. 100%. I think your girl's out there, bro. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
I
fully believe it.
Dude, I hope so. Or
maybe she's watching this.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Anything you want to plug?
Just thanks for having me, dude. This was one of my favorite interviews ever.
What?
Right. Yeah, seriously.
Really?
Yeah, it's just hanging out. This is how it should feel. There's so many interviews that I've done that is just doesn't feel like a conversation, and this is great. It's great.
No, this was great. This was so much fun. And guys, if you did enjoy today's episode, 5 stars. Please go see our boy on the road, wherever you are in the world.
Yeah.
Why don't we?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let's get out. Peace.
Yeah.